What up, my Trekkie friends? I'm Stu Jackson here from Hailing Frequencies to talk to you today about the good, the bad and the batshit crazy from Strange New Worlds Season 2 Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Welcome back everyone to another good, bad and batshit crazy video looking at the latest episode of Strange New Worlds. Now, as ever, I will be talking about my favourite moments from it, my least favourite moments, and what I thought was just out there. But first of all, I do have to remind you that just because I say something is bad doesn't mean to say I think it's really bad. So, you know, all Trek is good Trek in my view. So just a quick reminder of that. Also, we need to go to Red Alert because we will be discussing what will be for many spoilers from the episode Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow in Strange New Worlds Season 2. Also, at the very end of this video, I'll be discussing the next upcoming episode, The Lotus Eaters. So, if you want to avoid spoilers for that or for this episode, you've been warned. Okay, so getting into it, let's start with the good. This is an amazing character episode for La'an. So far, we've seen La'an just being, well, angry, basically. She's angry with the Gorn, understandably so. She's angry with her heritage, also understandably. But here we get to see a very, very different side of her. And Christina Chong has done an amazing job performing in this episode, I feel. Yeah, it's a great episode. It is, I'm going to say from the outset, I'm hoping, probably one of the weaker episodes in the season. Now, it's not uncommon for series to do this. They'll have like a really good episode to open with, they'll have another good episode to like follow up with, and then they'll start alternating between bad, good, not bad necessarily, but you know, less good, and they'll order their stronger episodes sort of rotating like that. So it's not surprising that here we have perhaps a little bit of a dip in how good it is. Again, just a reminder before you start giving me hate in the comments below, it's still a good episode. Just, I think, perhaps, I'm kind of hoping this is the case, this is perhaps the low point. It feels to me, this episode, like it was kind of done a bit on the cheap. Certainly only having, well, 3 legacy characters, or main actors from it. And shooting it on location rather than having all the sets and much of the special effects. Yeah, this feels like a cheap episode in its sense. But like I say, good part of it, it's an amazing story for La'an and it rounds her character off really, really nicely. It'd be interesting to see how her character is affected by these events moving forward. On to the bad. Now, before I go into my selection for the bad, I'm going to give like a special mention here to the car chase sequence. I thought that was a bit... I didn't like it, I'll be honest. You know, Kirk gets in the car and he doesn't know how to drive. Well, that's perfectly normal and right and as it should be. But then 10 seconds later, he's drifting, he's doing J-slides. Really? When I started driving, it took me weeks to learn how to drift. Or at least it would have done had driving like that not been illegal in the UK. So that's a hypothetical, obviously. Or maybe it's just much more difficult in an Austin Maestro than it is in a... Is it a Tomorrow they're driving? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so I wanted to kind of give a special mention. That was a bit, you know, but there we go. But the actual bad moment for me in this, some people are going to hate me for this, and possibly rightly so, but Kirk, like, enough already with Kirk. This is supposed to be a show with Pike and his crew. Could we just, like, not with the Kirk? And I know we are going to have more Kirk in this series. We know from the trailer that La'an and Kirk have a bit of a frisson moment on the transporter pad. Yeah, we're going to have more Kirk, but it's like, for me, enough already. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know below. And onto the BATSH crazy moments. Number to pick from here. I'm going to go with, the same as last time, Pelia. Pelia's character, and great that we got to see more of Carol Kane's presentation of Pelia as well. I mean, she is just absolutely out there. And yeah, to find out that she's been pilfering antiques throughout the years, stockpiling against the day when we discovered that all this this utopia, this moneyless utopia, we just realise is a fad. I thought that was a nice little moment there. So yeah, well, yeah, Pelly is going to be my my batch moment. I'm also going to give a special mention to the Department for Temporal Investigations. Now, I'm guessing, you know, we haven't seen these guys since Deep Space Nine, when they came and interviewed Cisco from when he went back to Kirk's ship. We know all about that. So I'm guessing these are from the future of the Temporal Investigations Department. Beyond there, don't know. When we first saw the guy, I thought perhaps he was going to be a watcher. That would have been cool. Missed opportunity there, Paramount, I feel. But there we go. So that's that. That's my picks for the good, the bad, and the BATSH crazy. La'an's character, too much Kirk, and Pelia. What do you think? Do you agree with my assessments? Do you think other parts of this episode deserve those titles better? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get notifications for future episodes as well. Now, looking ahead to next week's episode. So again, if you don't want spoilers about this, I'll put a, like I did last time, I'll put a warning up on the screen saying, you know, spoilers for next week's episode whilst I talk about it. So here we go. We have a little bit of information about next week's episode, and we know that the crew, due to some strange radiation, are going to lose their memories. They're also going to have some major emergency to deal with. We're going to have quite a focus on Ortegas, and we're going to discover that she can still pilot the ship absolutely incredibly, even without her memories. So this is going to be about inherent skills, I think, this episode, and kind of doing what you're born to do, basically, your calling, if you like. So there we go. That's going to be next week's episode. We've got that one to look forward to. So until then, peace and long life, and live long and prosper.